Hi friends, welcome to Wafa Studies YouTube channel. This is part 10 in Azure Synapse Analytics playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to add an administrator to your Synapse workspace. So, whenever you create any Synapse workspace, so by default, the user who created, he will be owner of that workspace. Okay, so this is by default. Okay, whoever creates, he will be user. Who will be owner of that Synapse workspace. So, but what if you want to add some new user or some other user from your team to your Synapse workspace as a owner, then where and all you have to go and what and all the roles and permissions you have to give. That is what we are going to discuss in this video. So in this video, we are as part of this entire process where we want to add an administrator to your Synapse workspace. So we will be adding owner role to your workspace, and also you will be adding Synapse administrator role for that workspace, and also we will be adding some role assignments on the primary storage account, and then we will be creating one external user, and for that user we will be adding db owner role on the dedicated SQL pool. So all these things we are going to do in practical now. So let's quickly try to do one by one. So first thing is we want to add owner role on the workspace, on our Synapse workspace from Azure role based access control systems. I will practically show you that. So let me go to Azure portal here. So on this Azure portal I can see my Synapse workspace here. So let me open my Synapse workspace. Whenever you open any, not only Synapse workspace, any resource, whenever you open in Azure, this is how it look like. So on left side in this vertical menu, you can see something called access control, IAM. So under access control, you can actually add role based access controls. RBAC means role based access controls. So here I want to add a role for another user who is also belongs to my team, let's assume. So what I will be doing, I have another ID. So my another ID is this one, Mahir Basha @outlook.com. So this is also my ID. So for this user, I want to add administrator role to the entire workspace. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click this add role assignment on the Synapse workspace. Let me click that, and then here I should select owner role, click next. Then here see I selected owner role. So I need to select the team member for which or whom which I want to add administrator role. So I want to make him as administrator of the entire workspace, right? So click this select members here, and here search for your user ID. So it is Mahir, let me remove this. It is Mahir Basha @outlook.com, right? So if I search that user, you can find that user here. So let me select the user. Let me click select. So I have selected this user to add this owner role on the Synapse workspace. Let me click next, and that's it. Let me click this review plus assign. This is going to add owner role for this guy Mahir Basha, right, on the Synapse workspace. This is the step 1. If you see this PPT, this is the step 1. Now step 2. Step 2 is the second step. What you have to do is you should add Synapse administrator role on the workspace, which is from the Synapse role based access control system. So whatever you have seen just now, this is Azure workspace role based access control, because you are at resource level on the Azure portal. So to add this Synapse role based access controls, you need to actually open the Synapse workspace and do that. So I have already opened my Synapse workspace here in the next tab. So here if I navigate to management hub, and if I go to access control, this is where you can add the Synapse administrator role. So I came here, and here you can see. So as I said, since this is the user who created this workspace, so that user will be having by default Synapse administrator access. So let me add new user here, and let this scope should be workspace, let it be. Then select the role. So I want to add this Synapse administrator role. Then select the user here. So Mahir Basha @outlook.com. For this user, I want to add that administrator role. So select that user and click apply. So what this will do, this is going to add role assignments for this new user as well, Mahir Basha @outlook.com. So second step is also done. So now the third step is, so whenever you created the workspace, we will be attaching one data lake storage gen 2 as a primary account, right? So if I go to data tab, data menu, and link tab here under data lake storage gen 2, you can see here there is one data lake storage gen 2 attached for my storage or for my workspace. Whenever you hover on this, in the tooltip you can observe your data lake storage gen 2 name as well. So on this primary storage you should add some roles. So what I am going to do, I am going to open that primary storage from the Azure portal. So this is the primary storage Mahir ADLS gen 2. Let me open this. Here same Azure role based access control system, you need to go to access control here, which is called Azure role based access control system, and from here you need to add roles. So now you are trying to add roles on your primary storage, right? So this time you need to add two roles. One is this owner role, another one is, if I scroll down here, there is something called storage blob contributor. So these two roles you need to add, storage blob contributor, and also you need to add this owner role. So let me do that one by one. Let me select owner role first. Let me click next. So I have selected owner role. Let me select members here. So I should select this Mahir Basha @outlook.com. Let me click select here, and then let me click next. Let me click review place assign. So this will add owner role on the data lake storage gen 2 to Mahir Basha @outlook.com user. So once this role is assigned, I am going to add another role by clicking the add role assignment once again, and this time I am going to select this blob contributor role. You can see blob contributor role. So this role actually help you to read, write, delete and access your storage containers and data everything. So select that, click next, then select member once again. So select this Mahir Basha outlook.com, select next, and then simply click let me click next here, click this review place assign button to assign that role as well. So I have assigned both the roles, owner role and blob contributor role. So if you want to really see that, you can search here directly. So let me search for this Mahir Basha @outlook.com user. Let me open this user. So here itself you can see what and all the roles assigned. You can see owner role is assigned and also a contributor role. So owner role by default also came because this user, right, Mahir Basha @outlook.com, this user is also owner of the subscription. So by default that will come. Okay. So anyhow, in real time it won't be that case, right? So you need to make sure to add the owner role and then this contributor roles. Now how to do? So the fourth, so we added the owner role and blob data contributor role. So now fourth step will be, for that user you should add db underscore owner role on your dedicated SQL pool database. So what is dedicated SQL pool database and all, I am not going in detail because I am assuming you guys already know that. If you not, please watch my previous videos. So let me go to my Synapse workspace. Let me go to workspace tab here under data menu. So I have one dedicated SQL pool here because I have created one dedicated SQL pool in my past videos. So I have that. So that means think like this is one database. So on this database also this new user should have access. So how to do that? To do that, he should execute the query whatever I am showing on this particular slide. So for the interest of time, I have already copied that query onto Notepad. Let me copy this. Let me go to Synapse workspace here, and then here what I am going to, let me right click new SQL script, empty script. Let me select empty script here. Okay, so this empty script is going to connect with my dedicated SQL pool and it is going to execute there. So let me minimize these general properties. Here let me paste that query. So what I am going to do, I am going to create a user called Mahir Basha @outlook.com from external provider, and then I am trying to execute one stored procedure, and using that stored procedure I am going to add this db underscore role for this user Mahir Basha @outlook.com. So this is what I am going to do. So let me select this entire thing and let me execute this query. So once this query executes, what will happen, that the user will get the access on the storage account, I mean this db underscore owner role. So once again there are some syntax error here. Let me check. Okay, there was some syntax error, it looks. I have corrected it. So let me re-execute this query to create this user and then assign the okay, there is small issue guys. Again, see, the principal could not found on this principal. See what happens is I am trying to create the user with this id, so which is incorrect. So let me try to create a user with this id Mahir Basha outlook.com. Then for that user let's try to add this db owner role. So let me run this query once again freshly. So this query is going to add a new user called mahirbasha@outlook.com on SQL, and for that user it is going to add this db_owner role. You see your query executed successfully, so there are no errors. That means now this user also has access on this database. Which type of access? Owner access. So he can create the tables and everything. So you need to make sure all these things to get any new administrator added to your workspace. So if you recollect very quickly, so what we did, we added owner role on your Synapse workspace, and then we added Synapse administrator role inside the Synapse Studio, and then we added some roles, owner role and blob storage data contributor roles on your primary storage. And then finally, if you have any SQL dedicated pools, if you have any databases already inside your Synapse workspace, then there you need to add db_owner role for that particular user, for whatever the new user or new team member for which you are willing to add, right? So for that user you should do this db_owner role assignment. Okay, so I hope you understood this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications whenever I add videos. Thank you so much, guys.